Unfortunately, flu season is upon us, and studies show the office is one of the breeding grounds for the sickness.
Joining us via satellite to tell us more about the importance of getting a flu shot and, you heard it here, staying home when you're sick is Dr. Jennifer Caudle. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So Doc, I just think that the first thing I do in the beginning of the season is get a flu shot. Why shouldn't people should not be afraid to get a flu shot? Is that correct?
Oh my gosh, absolutely not. The flu shot is really our best protection against getting the flu. And you're right, there are some people who are a little reluctant. I'm a family doctor. And probably one of the biggest things I hear as reasons why people don't get a flu shot is they feel like it's going to give them the flu. Let me tell you, the flu shot will not give you the flu. It's really our best protection. So I say for people 6 months and older, with rare exceptions, get that flu shot.
So just because I know there are people listening who say, I got the flu shot and then I got sick. I got the flu shot and then I got a cold. It doesn't give you a cold, and it doesn't protect you from a cold either.
Well, so that's a great point, because the cold is typically caused by what's called rhinovirus. That's not the same as influenza virus. So our flu vaccines only protect us against influenza virus and the 3 to 4 most common strains of flu virus that season. So you say, well, why did I get sick after I got my flu vaccine? Well, one of the main reasons is that it takes 2 weeks for the flu vaccine to build up immunity in your body. So that's why it's best to get the flu shot as early as possible, because it's going to take 2 weeks to build up that immunity. The other reason why sometimes people get sick is that they get exposed to simply another virus altogether, and they think it's the flu, but it's not. So you're right, the flu vaccine cannot give you the flu. It's super important to get it. And you know, it's really convenient to get nowadays. You don't have to go to your doctor's office. You can go to your local pharmacy. That's an option too.
What if I feel symptoms of the flu? What would those symptoms be?
Okay, so great question, because they're a little bit different than the common cold. Symptoms of the flu include high fever, muscle aches and pains. That's actually one of the hallmark symptoms of the flu. And the flu tends to be very severe. Oftentimes with a cold, you may feel like you're out of commission for a little while, but people tell me that when they get the flu, they literally feel like they're laid out, they've been hit by a bus, they can't get up, they can't do anything. Aches and pains, fever, but you can also get nasal congestion, cough and cold symptoms, but that fever and muscle aches tends to be really important, and it's more severe. So prevention is key here. Washing our hands, staying home when we're sick from school or work, super important, but also getting that flu shot, very important as well.
So the staying home part, I know kids love to beg to stay home. Parents get hesitant about that. And then at work, so many people will say, oh, I'm just going to power through. Why should we not do that? And what symptoms do you think are worthy of staying home?
Right, so we don't want you to power through, not when you're sick. And one of the reasons why is because as a physician, I want you to get better, but I also want to make sure that illness is not passed on to other people. And there's a number of things that we can do. I mean, so stay home, first of all. And I also want to encourage employers to create an environment that's conducive to that. There's a lot of things that we can do. There's actually a website called shieldmyworkforce.com where employers can arrange for a certified immunizing pharmacist from Rite Aid to come out and give you flu shots. Remember that getting the flu shot's the most important thing. Staying home, getting rest, and then also using what we call supportive care, those fluids, that rest, and see your doctor, because sometimes we can give you antivirals to help treat your symptoms as well.
People die from the flu, and many people die from the flu. This is something that should be taken very seriously.
Yeah, they should. And, again, the CDC mentioned that approximately 80,000 people died from complications from the flu last year. Over 900,000 people were hospitalized with complications from the flu. So if you're a person who doesn't tend to get sick from the flu, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get a flu shot. You still should get that, not only to protect you, but other people. I always say, go to cdc.gov for more information about the flu vaccine, but you can go to your local pharmacy to get one. A good example is Rite Aid. You can visit riteaid.com for locations, but getting that flu shot is the most important thing you can do.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.
All right. You can learn more about Dr. Jennifer Caudle on her website. It's jennifercaudle.com.